Alright friends, so today we are going to be making our very own animal silhouettes. So a couple things that you're going to need for this project are your own watercolor set. If you don't have a watercolor set, you can use magic markers for this project. I will show you how to use that in a minute, but right now I'm just going to do a tutorial with watercolors. You'll need your own watercolor set, a container for some water, a watercolor brush, or you can use the one that comes in your packet, some tape to tape down your art project. You might need to ask your mom or dad to help you tape this down. If you don't have masking tape or painter's tape like I'm using, don't worry about taping down your art project. Don't use Scotch tape, okay? Because that will tear apart your paper and I don't want you guys to rip up your paper. So the clear Scotch tape that you see on like a regular desk at work, your mom or dad's work desk, don't use that. Just put maybe down a heavy object on the corners of your project so that they don't curl up too much on you. You will need a pencil and an eraser. You might need to use a ruler, but I'm just going to keep it there just in case. And then we won't need the Sharpie. That was from the last project, so I'm going to put that off to the side. But this is all you'll need today. We are going to be making our very own positive versus negative space silhouettes. So we're going to be using animal silhouettes. And what you can do is, if you have a printer at home, you can use the PDF document I sent you guys. You can use that to maybe print one out and cut out your animal silhouette. If you don't have a printer at home like me, you're just gonna have to draw it. So I sent you guys a PDF with a couple different animal silhouettes to give you guys some ideas. You're not limited to using those animals only, but those are just to give you guys some ideas if you don't know what to do. So today what I'm gonna be drawing is I'm gonna use the sea turtle for my silhouette. So to start, I'm gonna show you a little demo on how to draw a sea turtle. What we'll do is I'm gonna do two kind of like parentheses. And I'm going kind of lightly with my pencil, so that way I can erase this. So I'm going to do two parentheses, and you know what? It's actually kind of a skinny sea turtle. I don't want a skinny sea turtle. I want a nice big sea turtle. So I'm going to come a little wider. There we go. That's a little better. And what we're going to need to do is we're going to close that. So this is going to be the shell. So the shell kind of has a little point on the end. And then it's rounded on the top. Alright, so now I have my shell, and what I need is I need to add a head. So the head, two little lines come up like this, and then kind of looks like, the shape that comes to mind is kind of like a walnut, but yours might look a little different, and that's okay. And then we're gonna do the fins. I'm gonna come over like this, and if they're not perfect, that's totally fine. Good so far, and then I need to give two fins. So now I have my sea turtle shape, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my eraser, and this is just going to be an outline. So I'm going to erase these lines right here from my shell. I don't need those anymore. Awesome. So now I just have the shape of my sea turtle. And you know what? Now that I look at it, I think my head is kind of small. So I'm going to make my head just a little bigger. So this just shows you, even your art teacher, Miss Amy, has to go back and change some things. I don't do it perfect the first time. Again, like I tell most of you, art is all about the process. It's about how you get to the final result. So you're gonna have to do a lot of reworking, a lot of maybe erasing, of color changing, whatever artwork we're working on. We don't always get it right the first time, and that's okay. All right, so I have my sea turtle, and you know what? What I'm gonna put down here is I think I'm gonna put maybe like a sea floor. If you're doing a land animal, you wanna put your animal walking on some kind of ground, but since sea turtles obviously don't walk, I'm gonna give it a sea floor. So I'm gonna draw some coral. It's in some kind of reef. Maybe put some bubbles. And everything that I'm drawing is going to be a silhouette. So a silhouette is just an area of negative space. So some of you, we've talked about positive versus negative space before. The positive space is everywhere we're going to be painting. So we're going to be painting the background all around our sea turtle, around our coral, and around our bubbles. The area that's the negative space is where we're not going to be painting. So that's going to be the inside of our turtle, the inside of our bubbles, and down here and inside of our coral. So that is the difference between positive and negative space. Now that I have my drawing ready to go, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tape down my artwork. So the reason I'm taping it down is so that my artwork doesn't curl up. Because when I put water on paper, it naturally just wants to curl up, and that's okay. But I don't want my that to get in the way, so I'm taping this down. If you need help from your mom or dad, I definitely suggest you go ask them. I'm sure they would love to help you making your artwork. But again, like I said at the start of this video, do not use any kind of Scotch tape because Scotch tape will rip apart your artwork, and I don't want that to happen. All right. Right around those bubbles, and then I need to do the edge. Taping these down. And this will also give us a really nice border. Just white. Alright, so I have my artwork taped down. I have my negative space drawings, and I have my animal, the floor where you can tell your animal will be walking. If you're doing a land animal, I'm just putting in a floor because sea turtles obviously swim, they don't walk, but I'm just putting in a floor because you have to give your animal something to stand on. So this is just for reference for those of you that are doing a land animal. Alright, so we're going to get started. I'm going to put my tape off to the side, and I'm going to pull over my watercolors. So since I'm doing this underwater theme, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my cooler colors. So maybe like some turquoise, some greens, some blues. So I'm going to use cool colors, maybe a little bit of purple in there, but I'm going to use lots of cool colors. And what you're going to do is you're going to take your water, pull this right here. You're going to take your water and you're just going to paint very carefully around your pencil lines. We can erase those pencil lines later. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over to my paints and get some green. And watch this, I'm just going to tap in that water, and it'll automatically spread to wherever I have put that water already. So it's going to go around my coral since I didn't get any water inside of my coral. Looks pretty cool, doesn't it? I'm going to get some blue now. just gonna spread to wherever I had my water. So I'm gonna come over here now. And it looks like some of my water is already starting to dry up. I'm gonna get some dark blue. Well, let me put some water down first. Then I'm gonna get some darker blue. Tap there. Again, it'll spread wherever you put down that water. Okay, so now I've gone around my coral. I'm gonna start going around the bottom of my turtle. So I'm literally, it's turning blue a little bit because it's bleeding with some of that water I've already put down. I'm just going around my turtle. And you can do this with any animal. Maybe if you're doing a giraffe, you could do a sunset background, okay? Standing. If you want to put like a tree in there that it's next to, that's great. Just make sure you have positive versus negative space. So anything that you draw will be negative space. So my coral, since I drew that, it's negative space. My bubbles, since I drew that, negative space. All right, I'm gonna do this darker blue. And tap. And again, this is just a simple watercolor palette I'm using that I got from Five Below. If you don't have a watercolor palette with this many colors, that's okay. I was planning on just using the ones we have at school, but I didn't bring one home with me, so I had to go buy one yesterday. And Five Below only had this one available. So this is what I'm working with. If you're just using the simple ones like what we have at school, totally fine. And you're just gonna keep doing this until your whole paper is filled. Alright, so once your artwork is dry, what you can do is you can now take off your tape, but you want to make sure your paper is completely dry. You can use a hairdryer like I did, or you can just, you know, let it sit for a while and come back to it later. I am going to go ahead and start taking off the tape. You want to do this very slowly because it might take up some of the paper with it, like this. So want to be careful with it. And that's what happens if it's still a little wet. Otherwise, it'll just peel off really nicely like this. And I just like using the tape not only because it keeps everything flat, but it just makes a really nice border once you take it off. Now I'm going to use an eraser to kind of clean up some of those lines. And if you got a little bit of paint over them, you might not be able to erase them very well, but that's okay. So you'll just go around and carefully take your eraser and erase those pencil lines. So just a little review. All of the space that we painted, why didn't you answer this question out loud? All of the space that we painted is either positive or negative space. Which one is it? The space that we painted. If you answered positive space, you're correct. All of the space that we didn't paint, that we left blank, is the opposite. It's negative space. So we didn't paint anything, so it's negative. We didn't put anything there. And again, just be careful when you're erasing so you don't tear up your paper, like I am a little bit. once you've finished erasing everything, again, make sure your paper is just totally dry. I kind of rushed it and look what happened. Yikes. So I'm going to have to go back and fix that later. But once you've totally let your paper dry out and you've taken off your tape, just go ahead and erase all those lines. But be very careful because you might rip your paper up like I did. And now I'm going to have to go in and paint over that. But anyway, that is how you do a positive versus negative space animal silhouette. Take pictures of your artwork, send it to me. I want to see what you guys are doing. Send it to my email, amy.norod@welland.org. I want to see what you guys are working on. If your parents even do it with you, I'd love to see those as well. Send those to me and look forward to more art projects to come. Enjoy spending this time with your family, stay healthy, and I will talk to you guys soon. See ya.